This is Krista here with you again today. And I guess maybe I've been listening to a lot of YouTube videos lately while I'm working in my car and for hours on end. What really kind of inspires me and motivates me through my job, which can be kind of mundane, because it's still a routine, you know, that a person falls into while working. I drive taxi for a living. Is that I put on YouTube tapes a lot. And a lot of times I'll either listen to narcissistic abuse tapes to understand and conquer that area of my life and all my relationships. And also I will put on motivational ones. I always try to listen to I like the ones about manifesting your own reality, manifesting things that you desire. And it seems like I was listening to Tony Robbins this morning, and he speaks so much about changing your habits. And just keep practicing in changing your daily habits and your daily routines and things. And especially things in your mind that you are thinking about, and negative thought patterns and things. And I find that what really helps me is that I will put on like Tony Robbins or you know, even the manifesting videos. I love Jake Ducey. He's a really great one. He's only about 10 minutes long. And every day I will try to listen to one of his videos. And it's amazing that things in my own life have kind of started manifesting, things that I never thought that I would get, because, you know, it's not like I make a whole heck of a lot of money out here. But finding things for free, I know once in my 20s, and I'm big on prayer too. I think a lot of the Generation X has this power more than like maybe the older generations before them, because like during the peace movement, I think us children were taught more about the you know, having your own dreams and desire, and having more of what we wanted as children. As the economy does get better, although I know now it's kind of fluctuating, but still, we're having more things than ever that we, you know, a lot of us have had before. And like I remember in my 20s, you know, I had wanted to get a trailer, and I so happened to I didn't have a whole lot of money, and sometimes in the paper I would read that they would give away free trailers and things. Although, you know, you would have to really kind of I think what it comes down to is that the more that you focus on something that you want, and you come at it with more of a less controlling attitude. Like, you know how whenever you seem to try to find something, and the harder you're trying to attain that or this, it's even harder to do. Well, I find this to be very, very true for myself, and it's just can really rack your brain, and then you kind of end up giving up hope in the end. You know, but the funny thing is that when you sort of let the flow of synchronicity come into your life, like I've taught on some of my tapes before about synchronicity, you know, those laws, like the universal laws, it's kind of amazing what can come forth when you set your mind to it. And I do believe that we are here on this earth for a purpose, and things that come into our lives sometimes we're just meant to be. I really don't believe in fate that much, but in a sense I think fate can be more of like a destiny as well. They can both be the same. But I remember praying a lot back in my 20s, and wanting a home of my own, and then all of a sudden I saw a sign, and it was like, and it said free trailer U-Haul, and it was like I paid attention to that sign right away. You know, a lot of signs we see, but we might pass it by being worried that we might not be able to afford to like move it or whatsoever. I did get some help in moving it. But that was kind of amazing that I found that. And then, but you do have to seize those opportunities when you see them, because tomorrow they might not be there. And then, you know, like lately things have really been seeming to manifest for me on just this amazing level. Like, you know, they always say to make a vision board. I still have not made my vision board yet, where you make a collage, like cut out pieces in a magazine or whatever about the dream house that you want, or like the types of pets that you want, or just like any, you know, like the type of dress that you want, or the type of job that you want, or anything. You know, I've been kind of lazy, and I was supposed to make my dream board quite a while back, and I never did. Although I'm finding that the harder that you do wish for something, and if you flow with the synchronicity, like trying not to control, trying to get this or that, but I know that we do have to keep a reality check as well. Like, you know, a lot of times with some of the bigger things, you have to start saving money, you know, even if it's just a little bit at a time, like saving like $20 in the bank every week or something. You know, if you're not making much, you know, if your budget is tight like mine, you just save back a little bit at a time. But don't forget to put that money back and save it back. Even if you have like $5, if you could save like $5 a day, and then sock it away at the end of the week, you would be amazed about how much money that accumulates after a year. You know, even just starting slowly like that, because I do watch a lot of videos, a few videos about how to become a millionaire and a millionaire mindset and everything's just trying to educate myself on to be more successful and to learn how to handle money. Because, you know, I don't believe that I'm done yet. I still would like to become maybe more of a real professional counselor in the future. Or, you know, maybe even writing a book one day. And, well, how are you ever going to get there if you don't ever learn how to do those things? So, again, education is the key. And feeding your brain. But what's really amazing lately is that, you know, I think maybe those Jake Ducey videos have really kind of caught up with me. And the meditations that I do as well, keeping a more calm, focused state of being and staying in the present and paying attention to things around me as they happen, and paying attention to not like walking by something that is an actual opportunity that I have been desiring, but, you know, not to pass things up. Like, okay, the next one is this little thing here. You know, I took this group garage sailing when I was working a few weeks ago. And they kept kind of teasing me to, I said, well, you know, I probably can't really afford anything this time. I'm saving my money because sometimes I will step out during the garage sailing and buy maybe like $20 worth of things. I'll set myself aside like a $20 bill or even a $10 bill, because garage sales, they're so cheap, And oftentimes you can find a diamond in the rough in garage sales if you're budgeting out there. But the amazing thing is that I came upon this little thing, and the thing about that is that I have wanted a teacup Chihuahua for a long time. Ever since they came out, I thought that is the cutest little thing. It would be so cute to have one of those, and it was kind of like one of my dream dogs. And but the price is so high on these, like they're like $1,000 or more, you know. Prices have really gone up these days on dogs. But I thought, well, I'll never be able to afford that. And what was amazing is that when you start putting in your mind every day and listening to videos every day about how to manifest things and how to change your mindset to bringing forth and materializing more of what you want and desire, like Ducey teaches, it's so amazing. I mean, I think it's really begun to work for myself. And although we still might have destinies, we can't just lay there and lay back and be lazy and like, oh, well, this will come to me when it's time. Because we still have to do the work. We still have to do the work on of, you know, changing our beliefs, and to get out of that negative mindset where maybe we think that, oh, well, we can't have this or we can't have that. It's amazing because we can. I felt that again twice lately, where I got this dog and I got it at that garage sale. I got it at this garage sale, and I went into the garage sale and I was looking at different things, and all of a sudden I looked down and there's this little dog. This is Daisy. She's a teacup Chihuahua. And it said on the cage, it said $25 plus the cage. And I looked at the people and I said, I'll take her. And I bought it for $25 plus a cage. And it was just amazing to me, yet I knew that something else was at work. And I was so grateful, and I felt so blessed that I had this opportunity, and I accepted it with gratitude. And that's really what you have to do, you know. So that was something that's happened lately. Also, another thing is my car. My car has been so cruddy. And really listening to some videos about how not to become a victim and to become basically a leader in my own right, and not let other people try to control things with their money and different things, and depend more on myself, is getting me out of a big pit of despair as well. And just again, like, not being able to make as much money because the car that I've had for quite a few years now, the air conditioning never runs right, and even when I take it to a mechanic, it still just does not function right. And I'm out here with horrible allergies, and I have to put the windows down in the summer, and then I don't end up creating as much business as I could because of it, and then some days I'm just down sick and not able to work because I don't have the right air conditioning for my work. So what's amazing about that, and then the manifestation again, is that I've just felt in such a state of upset and frustration and worry about all that. But I have been saving as much as I can here and there, and it's helping with so many things, like when I keep an emergency source of money like that for when emergencies do arise. It's nice to have some money put back. And I had put so much money into that old car, and it would just break down again and again. And so I've really been wishing for another one for quite some time now, and planning with my savings. And but my credit was bad. So, and then it's hard to get a loan when your credit's bad. I came upon this place a while back, not too far from where I live, and where I went in and talked to them, and they said that I do not need a cosigner or anything, but you know, I would just need proof of income, and it was in my price range. And what's amazing is I went in there the other day and I just got my taxes back, because when you work for yourself, you don't have any kind of like bank statements or proof. I only had receipts to show. I got my taxes back, and so I had those for proof of income. And you know, because this is kind of a new business of mine. So I was glad to have that, and it just seemed like all of a sudden everything came into motion like it should. And that's the most amazing feeling, when that synchronicity really starts flowing like that, and it's sort of like one of those meant to be moments, you know? When everything feels right and like it just is what it is, you know what I mean? So when I walked in there and I talked to this lady for the second time, everything just went like smooth sailing, and all of a sudden, even though they didn't have very many minivans in their parking lot, she offered me one that they were just getting in from an auction. And there's a lot of repos and things at auctions. A lot of times you can get a very decent car for pretty cheap. But anyways, and then she started saying what color it was. It was golden, and I thought, well, that's a beautiful color. I would really like that color, because of, y'all can see I really like gold things. I'll paint everything gold. And then it was right in my price range, and everything just seemed to fall right. And you know, even though I think I could have used one a couple years ago, that car has finally just went almost completely kaputos on me, and I'm tired of it. I'm ready for a change. A lot of times these manifestations will come when you're ready, you know, just like anything else in your life that unfolds or comes into being. So when she was saying that, I felt like I had a dream about it before, the gold car, and that I would be driving that, and that would be my car. I knew to accept it, and not to worry about. And she said it had low mileage on it, and it was just perfect. I didn't worry about anything else. You know, I didn't let any kind of worries take me over, or fears. A lot of times in these tapes teach to overcome fears too. So, you know, I just wanted to give that to you today. I know it's a little bit different video, but you know that sometimes I do these. And this is a story of my own that I thought maybe I could give to others. And anything that I can teach about this, I will put it on, because it's so powerful. If anybody's had experiences like this before, please leave your comments. I would love to know other people's stories. And you know, having gifts like this, everybody has this gift, this intuitive gut, to follow their intuitive gut hunches, and to create the things that we do want and desire, not to let other people stand in our way and keep us down from getting what we want. And I'm so glad to share this with you today, and thank you for listening. Have a magical one.